for coming. Good evening, everyone. My name is Isa Dinerman, and I am in Prescott, Arizona. And I have the pleasure of presenting tonight with Dr. Jess Bueller. And this is our first time presenting together, and this is what I love about Lifevantage, how we just get to connect with people and learn each other's stories. We've known of each other, and this is the first time that we have really learned a little bit more about each other. That's what this is all about. But we're going to learn tonight about the science of nutrigenomics, and I learned about this about 6 years ago now, and I've been a part of Lifevantage for 3.5 years. And I learned about this when I owned skincare shops. I had a couple of locations in Prescott, Arizona, and one in Flagstaff. And I loved what I did. I'm an esthetician. I also teach aerial yoga, and I've always been into health and wellness. And after I had decided to sell my stores when I became a mom at about 42 years old, so about 10 years ago, I decided to sell, and I knew that I wanted to still be an entrepreneur, but I did not want the overhead of having a brick and mortar. And so I did end up just selling those and did some soul searching, got into wellness retreats, and it was in Costa Rica 4 years after I had learned about Lifevantage in my store that I had a guest on my retreat, and I heard about it again. So I thought, this is coming back into my realm again. Here we are, and the timing couldn't have been better. And this is what I have been doing now, and just loving the connections and what we are bringing to the world. So with that, Dr. Jess, can you pull up that screen that we had? We're going to start screen sharing here and pull up our PowerPoint. Awesome. Great. So our company is called Lifevantage, and we are at the forefront of this new modern science of nutrigenomics. And what you're about to see tonight, you will be amazed at the science, but you'll also see that there is an incredible opportunity. This may or may not speak to you, but the science is for everyone, that's for sure. And I'm excited for Dr. Jess to share this with you. Sorry, I'm just going remote control. Okay. There we go. We're good. Okay. So, is it going, Jess? One sec, everybody. Technology. Okay, I've got remote control. Not sure why it's not going there. There we go. Awesome. There are four components that we're going to talk about tonight. The first is the products and the science, which Dr. Jess is going to take over here in just a moment and tell you about that. We have phenomenal industry disrupting products in our category of activation. We also have a compensation plan, which we'll go over with you very briefly. Again, this may or may not speak to you, but it is important for people to know about, because many of our customers end up sharing this just organically, especially now that we have a customer referral program. Timing is so important with a business, and many of us are seeing that nowadays, especially with what's going on in the world. And you know, a business that you can run, a global business from a laptop or a telephone, a smartphone, is pretty phenomenal, and the timing is impeccable. And then we have a system. Every business has to have a simple system to follow, and that is what we have with Lifevantage. So we're going to go into the products and the science, and I'm going to turn this over to Dr. Jess Bueller right now. And Jess is in Central South Dakota. She has her doctorate in chiropractic and also acupuncture. And she's always been curious about ways to improve health naturally. And this really spoke to her. She's going to share more with you about her story and how she came to know about Lifevantage here. So I'll turn this over to Dr. Jess now. You unmuted there, Jess? There we go. And I'll mute myself. Thanks, everybody.
So like Isa said, I'm Dr. Jess. I'm married to Matt, who's a farmer, and we live in Central South Dakota. We have 5 kids from 14 to 2, and I've been practicing chiropractic for 13 years. And I have additional certifications in acupuncture and an allergy elimination technique called NATE. But nutrition really wasn't a major focus for me until my best friend had a scary diagnosis. And in order to help her from a distance, I was in charge of her nutrition. And so I researched. I spent countless hours learning how nutrition impacted the body. I learned about many, many supplementation protocols, and I learned about some of the pathways that we're going to talk about tonight. And even though I prayed for these products, for something stronger, for something more powerful, for a miracle, I did not come across this company. And once I watched that ABC primetime report that we're going to watch tonight, read the research, learned about activation, and realized the caliber of physicians that were already partnered with this company, I knew that if this was real, I had to share it. If this was real, I could impact so many lives. Because you see, with knowledge comes responsibility. So I couldn't get this product into my hands and into the bodies of those I love and care about fast enough. So, and at the time, although I was supplementing with high quality physician only sold products, my hair was falling out like crazy. Like, I was wondering if I was going to be bald, you guys, and you would never believe that, because I've always had super thick hair. I had skin issues. I had gained weight and couldn't lose it no matter what I did. I would have swelling in my eyes and redness. I wasn't sleeping well. I always felt fatigued, even when I slept for hours. But all of that changed shortly after I started activating my body. So also, meanwhile, being a busy mom and business owner, I was going through all of the motions and never felt like it was enough. Like I was enough. When I decreased my office hours, I felt torn because I couldn't get everyone in. When I worked more, I felt guilty for not being with my kids who were getting bigger and more involved. I literally had no balance, no balance. I knew I had a moral obligation to share these products without attachment. And it wasn't long before I fell in love with the business model. I was getting paid to share this with others. I was traveling with people I wanted to be around. I was surrounded by people I wanted to be like. I was getting pushed out of my comfort zone and growing personally, and I was impacting lives I never would have even met if not for the beauty of this business model. I have all the same passion to empower others to become the best version of themselves when it comes to their health. And now I'm able to lead a team with a simple system to create balance in their lives that I now have thanks to this business. So while this business might not be for you, I truly feel that everyone is looking to be significant in this world, to have an impact, to make a difference, to help others. So whether you're looking at this for the products to help yourself, to benefit your health, or you're looking at this from the standpoint of who else could I help, just pay attention to those things as you're hearing this information, because this science is phenomenal. And I'm going to be giving you the briefest overview I can. So hold tight. I'm going to talk fast, and I will try not to bore you or overwhelm you, because there is a lot of science to it. But we're gonna do this as simply and briefly as we can. You're controlling the screen. Sorry, Isa. Well, let me change it back.
Would you like me to, Jess?
Sure, go ahead. It's not letting me take it back. So can you do it? Oh, did I do it or you? I did it. It's working now.
Okay, you got it.
Sorry. Technology is not my strong suit. I will 100% say that. And I don't want it to become my strong suit. So I'm not going for that. So Lifevantage began in a lab with a single question. Is declining health something we have to simply accept as part of getting older? And the first discovery that was made was that our genes contain incredible abilities to keep our bodies healthy. And decades later, we discovered a way to activate these abilities. In 2003, our company was formed to continue this research and share it with the world. So in 2003, we had one product, one peer-reviewed study. And in that study, we were able to claim that we could lower oxidative stress on average by 40% in 30 days. That had never been done before and has never been proven since by anything else, which is amazing. So anyway, ABC decided to do an ABC primetime investigative report on our company in 2005 that led to a flurry of media attention. So we're going to watch a little bit of that clip.
You want to get an edge on turning back the clock with just a few pills? Who doesn't? Well, it's no longer science fiction, but science possibility, a potential breakthrough. As I found out firsthand, there may be a way to erase years, at least inside my body. Granted, it's down the road, but some scientists are wondering if a new pill I took might offer a very long life. It may not look like the fountain of youth, but inside this nondescript building, I'm about to become part of an exciting experiment, a kind of guinea pig. Dr. McCord, okay. I'm here at the University of Colorado in Denver to meet Dr. Joe McCord, a world-renowned scientist. This is pretty exciting stuff you're finding, huh? It is. We're very excited about it. His latest research could very well unravel the mystery of aging itself. And his decades of experiments may have the potential of adding years to people's lives and possibly prevent chronic diseases like cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. It all centers around this small yellow pill, and for me, it begins with a blood test. It wouldn't be the first time I've given blood for this company. They want to check my levels of something called T-bars, which is a rough indicator of a person's actual age. T-bars can identify a condition known as oxidative stress, a kind of measure of the wear and tear on our bodies. Oxidative stress, like the rusting of an engine, is not a good thing.
Bad for the body,
Leading to disease.
leading to disease and leading to malfunction, and importantly, leading to what we call aging. It is a slow progression of increasing oxidative stress. That's the main characteristic biochemically of the aging process.
The problem of aging begins with the very food we eat to give us energy. As our cells burn that food, they also release toxic chemicals. Those chemicals, you may know them as free radicals, react with all the components of our cells, literally bombarding them millions of times per second, damaging all our cells. The result? Oxidative stress, and we all have it. The body fights back with a system of defenses. It makes two antioxidant enzymes, catalase and SOD, whose job is to gobble up the free radicals before they can harm our cells. So, doctor, how often do I take these? And so, here I go. With that swallow, I've just become part of a potentially landmark scientific experiment. Doesn't taste bad. It's called Protandim, and tests on both mice and humans have already shown that it revs up the manufacture of those good enzymes in our bodies. More enzymes, fewer free radicals to harm us.
Right now, all we know is that this preparation decreases oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is not a disease, just like aging is not in itself a disease, but it's something that accompanies and is attached to many disease processes. So you can see the age-related.
Normally, oxidative stress, measured by those T-bars, increases with age. But in Dr. McCord's tests, taking just one pill of Protandim a day reversed that trend for everyone at every age, even for an 80-year-old.
They all are reduced to the level of oxidative stress that one would expect, frankly, in a newborn or a very young child.
High oxidative stress is associated with more than aging. It's been linked to hundreds of illnesses.
It's at the very center of many diseases: liver disease, diabetes, emphysema, asthma. I've studied all of these: strokes, heart attacks,
Even mental disease.
yes,
Depression?
Alzheimer's disease, depression.
Dr. James Crapo with the National Jewish Medical Center in Denver is also researching Protandim for the company. But what about my progress? After nearly 2 weeks now, it's time to get my results. Dr. McCord calculates the numbers. The result? My level of oxidative stress has declined dramatically.
45%, that's excellent.
Just look at where I fall on the graph, before and after.
Which, if extrapolated back, is the level you would see in a newborn baby.
Would you suggest I keep taking this supplement?
I would. I can't guarantee it's going to extend your life. I can't guarantee it's going to eliminate any diseases or cure any diseases.
But we do know that oxidative stress is part of those disease processes. I don't want to wait until I'm 80 years old to find out that I should have taken it.
So if you have not seen that full clip, whoever invited you here can share that clip with you again, because it is great to watch over and over and over again and pick up what your brain missed the very first time. But after that ABC primetime aired, like I said, there was media attention, but major universities and prestigious medical centers began doing their own self-funded research on our new approach to health. And we switched from retail sales to direct sales in 2009. And so now this product is sold only through independent distributors, like the person who invited you here. So we began using something called activation to address the leading theories on decline of health. The first theory is oxidative stress. The body is constantly bombarded by free radicals, and those free radicals impair our cellular function. And the body combats oxidative stress by producing its own antioxidants. But the problem is that our production of antioxidants slows over time. And these free radicals, like they mentioned in that video, they have no problem bumping into whatever they encounter and creating damage. So it depends on the system or the cell that it hits, what systems will be impacted. But no cell is left untouched. Every part of your body is susceptible to oxidative stress. So what causes it? We produce free radicals when we breathe, when we eat, with regular processes, right? Also, we produce more free radicals with our diet, with medications, inactivity, with rigorous exercise, with exposure to toxic chemicals, with different forms of radiation. Again, every system, literally no one can avoid it. We all have oxidative stress. So the solution is our product, NRF2 Protandim. NRF2 is a pathway, and when we are able to switch that pathway on with our 5 inputs, very specific inputs and very specific amounts of those inputs to get the outcome, which is that lowering oxidative stress by 40% in 30 days by increasing superoxide dismutase and catalase and glutathione. I'm certain you guys have all heard of glutathione in the news with everything that's going on in the world. What they've seen with viral cases is low levels of glutathione. So who wouldn't like a 300% increase in glutathione? It supports the body's natural ability to rejuvenate its own cells and its defense and detox mechanisms. With this, we are able to produce our own antioxidant enzymes at a rate of 1 million antioxidants every second. So these components, I want to talk to you about the synergy of these components, because this is very important. This is just like baking bread. You can't just get all the ingredients for bread, not knowing how much of the things, and put them together and get bread, right? Same thing here. When you put these in the right blend, the right amount, you get this synergy that happens that makes them 1,800 times more effective than taken independently. And what I had learned, like I told you at the beginning, were supplementation protocols. I have seen protocol after protocol of using these same ingredients as supplements. And what we would do and recommend were significantly high therapeutic doses to get an impact in our bodies. But none of those therapeutic doses give you the synergistic effect of this blend. This is so amazing and critical, because we are able to literally switch on the pathway in our body to activate the ability of our pathway to do what it was designed to do versus trying to fulfill a deficiency. So with the idea of supplementation, what we do is we bring an antioxidant to the cell. We take antioxidants, right? But look at how many blueberries you'd have to eat, or how many vitamin C tablets you'd have to take to get the same impact of 1 Protandim a day. It's not even comparable, you guys. These are some of the peer-reviewed journals that this exact patented product is featured in. along with some of the universities and institutions that have done this research, again, self-funded research, and this is all available in the public medical database, pubmed.gov, which is where doctors go to find reputable research. It is unheard of to have this many research papers on a patented product, period. Literally, whether it's pharmaceutical or nutraceutical. And this is what Washington State University said about our NRF2 Protandim, our exact product. Again, NRF2 is likely to be the most important health promoting approach in the foreseeable future. NRF2 may well become the most extraordinary preventive breakthrough in the history of medicine. I'm telling you, if you cannot get excited about this product, you will have a hard time getting excited about anything that you put in or on your body, because there is nothing that has the kind of research that this product has. But that's not the only thing that we're going to talk about tonight, although a huge part of it is that concept of activation versus supplementation. And then there are more activators using those same principles. So the second theory of aging is mitochondrial decline. And if you remember from your elementary science classes, the mitochondria are the energy producing part of the cell. And oxidative stress, free radicals, particularly like to damage the mitochondria. And when the engine of a cell is not working like it should, you can imagine that that cell doesn't do its job the way that it should, right? So the body is constantly fixing and removing damaged mitochondria and producing more of them. Unfortunately, the body's production of mitochondria slows over time. So the solution is to turn on the NRF1 pathway in our body, which is responsible for mitochondrial biogenesis. So again, 5 components that are synergistically blended to get 2,000 times the increase of the activation of the NRF1 pathway. And what we see is an increase in cellular energy, an improvement in sleep and cellular repair, and a support of cognitive and brain and circulatory cardiovascular health. This is so significant. How many people do you know that don't sleep that well? How many people do you know that are tired every single day? Well, guess what? By the time we're 40, our NRF2 and NRF1 pathways are like off, you guys, off. By 35, they're dimmed down by like 90 to 95% in every single human, even those that are doing good things for their bodies. So this is critical. The third theory of aging is the decline in sirtuin production. Sirtuins are responsible for removal of damaged and dead cells, and they also provide a myriad of health benefits, for mental and physical energy to motivation, mood, cardiovascular health, maintaining cholesterol levels, joint health, healthy DNA, healthy inflammation, just really every single system in your body benefits when you have sirtuins present. The body is constantly activating sirtuins and producing more of them, but unfortunately the production slows over time. And the solution is to turn on another switch. This one is for the NAD pathway, the pathway that is responsible for sirtuin activity. 4 components this time, blended perfectly to get that synergistic effect. Again, giving all those benefits that we just mentioned, that I just mentioned. Something to think about is this. When you fast, when you do a 24-hour fast, you will increase your sirtuins by 94%. But when you take 2 NAD Protandim Synergizers in a day, in just 24 hours, your production of sirtuins is up by 100%. Wow. And it just benefits every single system in your body to have that impact. So this is our Protandim Trisynergizers. We have 3 of these synergizers, 3 cellular activators that do not just bring something to a cell that it doesn't have enough of. Instead, they turn on pathways in our body to allow the body to function like it was designed. Okay, now look at this. Look at these gray bars across the bottom here. We have 2. This is showing if you just took the NRF2 Synergizer by itself, what it would do for your antioxidant and your healthy inflammatory response. And then if you just took NRF1 by itself, what it would do for your metabolism genes and your regulation of mitochondrial biogenesis. And then with NAD by itself, what it does for recycling NAD and for producing NAD. Now look what happens when we put all three together at the same time. And this is the beauty of the Trisynergizer, because these blue bars, they redid this study 4 times because they could not believe the results either, and got the same thing. There is a power in using these products together. So that is the concept I really, really want you to get. But I'm just going to go over very briefly our other pillars of products. And honestly, you could build a company just having one of these products, because they are that amazing. They just really are. But the category creating the innovation, the innovative disruptive technology is activation. So what our company did is they took that activation and they applied it to different areas of our lives. In the bottom corner, we have Pet Tandem for dogs. This is NRF2 activation specifically for our 4-legged friends, and dogs have oxidative stress load 7 times that of humans. Then we have our True Science hair care and skin care lines. So we are able to activate that NRF2 pathway from the outside in. Literally, that's all I have in my hair today and all I have on my face. So what happened was there was a study done by the National Institute of Aging that showed that our Protandim NRF2 Synergizer was the only natural product proven to extend lifespan in a 10-year study. And since we were the only natural product that was therefore anti-aging, they took that same blend and added it into a skincare line. So again, that we could activate from inside out and then outside in. So we have that for our skin and our hair. And then they took the concept of activation and applied it to our brain chemistry in a drink called Axio. And this allows the neurotransmitters in your brain to connect to the appropriate receptors on the brain to allow your brain to function like it should. Hello to the other 90% of your brain, right? Then we have a physique weight management system. Why? Because everyone is looking for ways to manage their weight. So we have a protein shake, a prebiotic, and a fat burn targeted at that visceral fat, the scary stuff that surrounds your organs. We also have Probio and Omega. These are the 2 supplements. Now, we're not talking about activators. We're not talking about category creating products. We are talking about supplements. These are the 2 supplements I think every human should take from in utero till death. Probiotics provide 70 to 90% of your immune function. They produce 90% of the serotonin in your brain, 50% of your dopamine, almost all of your neurotransmitters. They allow you to digest and absorb your food. So many benefits, you guys. But what makes ours different is a BioTrack lining that allows it to bypass the stomach acid and actually get deep into your small and large intestine to do all of those things. So there's more I could say about that, but we're going for quick here, right? And then Omega Plus, this is omega 3s and omega 7s with a little bit of vitamin D as well, D as in dog. So what we see with these healthy fats is the cell membranes are able to communicate the way that they should. So again, we see benefits in every single system in our body with these 2 supplements. And then when you're talking about stacks, the Vitality Stack, our company has really stacked these products together in different ways to make them affordable for you and convenient packets to make them on the go, and just really make it so that you can pick and do what works for you. So if you're like me and you got through all that research and you heard all the information, you did your own research and you were like, how do I get this, right? Well, the company did make it really simple in that each distributor has their own replicated website, and you'd be able to go right to their website, pick what you want, and check out just like you do on Amazon. And if you're me, a busy mom of many, your shopping happens in the wee hours and it's often online if it's not from a small town store, right? So this is what you would do, right? And even more convenient would be that you reached out to the person who invited you and you said, hey, I want to try. And they said, great, I'll get you a preloaded cart. I'll send it to you. And all you have to do is check out. So that is super good too. And you can also ask them for a recommendation, like, hey, what do you think you would do if you were me? And then you explain a little bit more. But here's the deal too. If you're not just thinking, I want this in my body, but your brain was also going through other people that could hear this information, could benefit from hearing this information, could really use something different in their lives, then you've got to pay attention to what Isa is going to explain, because literally these game-changing products have not only the health benefits that they can provide, but also that ability to gain significance in that you can impact many lives in a very short period of time with this business model. So I'm going to let Isa take over and explain a little bit more to you guys.
Thank you, Dr. Jess. That was amazing. That was incredible. I love hearing your passion, you know, as a medical professional and what you saw in this. So, Jess, I might ask you to just move these slides for me. There we go. All right. So compensation, we can keep going there. So compensation, if you are looking at this, and like Dr. Jess said, what, you know, if you want this in your family and you want this in yourself, or you see this as a business like I did, I saw, you know, this definitely as a viable online virtual franchise, I like to say. You might want to look at the packs. The platinum pack has about a 35% savings. The gold has 33, and then the silver 31. And you can even purchase these with no intention of doing the business, simply for the savings. So take a look at that. Make sure that you are looking at that at the packages if you're looking at multiple products. So we get paid weekly and we get paid monthly, 30 to 40%, what we call a Smart Start bonus on every new customer all the time. And with that, we're also just rolled out a customer friends and family program where you have a unique link and you share your link when someone becomes a customer. Once you become a customer, you have a unique link and you can share that with people, your friends and your family. They immediately get $10 off of their first order, and you get a $10 credit towards your next monthly order. So pretty amazing. We also get paid monthly, and the person that invited you can get you more information on that. So how do we get into profit mode? That's if you're looking at this as a business. Well, you can just share this with, you know, as many people as you like, customers or distributors. And like we said, you get paid each time. So we'll get you more information on that if you're interested. Timing is always so important with a business. Like we were saying earlier, especially nowadays, everyone's looking for a way to earn income from home. Many of us with children are home now with our kids, right? And so if you are like me and you're busy and you're thinking, you know, the last thing I need is another business or something, just think about leverage. I invite you to just really explore that concept of leverage, because we are all networking all the time. We're networking with, you know, coworkers, with people at the gym, with shop owners, other people in our community, maybe at church or whatever. And you're always networking. And so this is just a way to leverage your network with a product that people are looking for. People are looking for this right now. So we share socially through social media and through our virtual office and a personal online store. Thank you, Jess. And so why is Lifevantage so unique? You can go to the next slide. Most of the US and Canada have yet to even discover this, and yet we are in now 26 countries, and there has been a 60% plus, over 60% increase in wellness sales in the last 8 years. Over 220,000 studies published on oxidative stress on PubMed.gov, what Dr. Jess was talking about. So the timing is impeccable. This is we're a publicly traded company. This is our income disclosure. Pro 3 is our foundational rank, and that is $5,000 organizational volume coming through your organization each month. And $626 monthly residual can be very helpful, right? This is big for people right now. I'm a Premier Pro 5, and that I'm really proud to say, because that was built through sharing this with others and what they have done and the lives that they've changed, and their lives having changed as well. And then Dr. Jess is a Premier Pro 6. So you can see onward and upward here, guys, that the potential is incredible if this speaks to you. And, you know, this is a business, so it's like a store. So, you know, when I had my brick and mortar store, I couldn't just not pay any attention to my customers or just hope that, you know, they would find me. But you have to put, this is work. We call this network marketing, and, really pouring into people. That's what, to me, this is so much about. Thank you, Jess. So if you're wondering if you can do this, absolutely. The next slide will show you here. We have a simple system. We have an amazing corporate staff. We have a very simple system of sharing this, and we can teach you that. We show you how to share on social media. We have regular trainings and corporate events, things like that, all virtual now. And really just a community of support, just like Dr. Jess and I are working together tonight to bring you this information. So perhaps you fall into 3 categories. Maybe you need more information. Maybe you're ready to become a customer and you just heard about these products and you're like, I definitely want these in my body. Or you're ready to join the team. Remember the timing, guys, of this too. At the end of the year, all of our packs can have a potential tax benefit, right? We're not giving advice, but you may want to think of that too. If you're thinking about this, the timing couldn't be better for the end of the year going into 2021, just with, excitement and a new lease. So thank you, Dr. Jess. I so enjoyed listening to you and how excited you get about the products, because it is exciting. And those of us on this call tonight that take these products, I know that we all have benefited greatly. Is there anything else you wanted to add?
No, just thank you. We appreciate your time. And we hope that you can feel our passion too, and why we're here spending our time to share this with you as well. So
Yes.
We appreciate you.
Yes, thank you, everyone. I'm going to stop the recording and see if there are any questions.